for question C, we have a nice basic equation here where we've got a couple of terms, and we notice that there are x's on both sides of the equation. So 4x plus 7 is equal to 9 minus 5x. And one thing I want to think about is let's get all of the terms with x's to one side of the equation, and all of the terms with numbers or no x's to the other side of the equation. So I need to move that 5x in that direction, and I'm going to move the positive 7 in that direction. And it doesn't matter, I could very well have moved the 4x to the other side and the 9 back to the left, but by convention most of us move the x's to the left-hand side of the equation. So to do this, I need to think about how these terms are related to each other. Currently this is 9 minus 5x, so I'm going to imagine for myself what is the opposite of minus, or what is the opposite of a takeaway, and that is in fact an add. So I'm going to add 5x to the other side of the equation. By doing this, really I'm adding 5x to both sides, which enables that negative 5x to cancel. And if I look at this positive 7, I can think about what's the opposite of plussing 7, and that is in fact taking away 7. So I'm going to have 9 minus 7 on the right-hand side of the equation. And now I need to combine like terms to simplify. So 4x plus 5x, that's 4 x's and 5 x's, so that's adding up to a total of 9 x's. It does not become x squared, it just remains an x. And now I have 9 minus 7, which in fact is 2. The next step of my equation is recognizing that I have 9 times x, that's an invisible times sign. So 9 times x is equal to 2. And if I want to think about the opposite of timesing, I would imagine that I need to divide. So if I divide both sides of this equation by 9, I can get rid of the 9 in front of the x, and I move it to the other side. Now you can leave it as a fraction. We don't need to simplify any further here because in fact we can't. 2 divided by 9 does not reduce. And remember, you do not have a calculator, so it's entirely okay to leave it like that as a fraction. And I would recommend leaving them as a fraction. Just check that you cannot reduce it.